Hello, YouTube family members. Welcome back again to my YouTube channel. So, if you're just tuning in, you're very much welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for returning back. I do not take you guys for granted. Thank you so much indeed. I've seen all your love in my previous videos. Thank you so much for all the comments, and I'm trusting that very soon you would be here in Japan by next year. Fingers crossed. Okay, so moving on, today's video, I'm going to be talking about the culture shocks that I've experienced here in Japan. Mind you, I'm a Nigerian staying or living in Japan. It's almost about a month now that I moved into Japan, and I have quite a number of culture shocks, but I'll be sharing some few with you. And I hope you enjoyed this video at least, and I'm hoping that this will give you like an enlightenment so that when you come here you won't be so surprised or so shocked. But I know you'll still be shocked, but not as much as I did. Okay, so let's get into the video. Actually, you see me looking down. I'm looking down because I have a note here which, so I don't ramble in this video. I wrote down here is getting a refund back after paying for a train ticket. Now, if you know Nigeria, like if you live in Nigeria or you have stayed in Nigeria, you'll know that when you go to go and buy something in Nigeria, it's quite difficult for somebody to refund you back the money when you have already paid for it, except if the person trusts you. I can remember when I was still small self then, I was told to go and buy a recharge card, and unfortunately it was the wrong recharge card I went to buy. That's a airtime. So by the time I went back to return the card and get another one or get a refund because he didn't have the one I wanted, he refused to collect the card though. He said I have to go and buy the other card with my money because he doesn't know if I have used that one. Which is actually not a like it makes a lot of sense somehow. I mean, there is a number, and sometimes Nigerians somehow kind of interested in that kind of aspect, but that does not mean that it applies to everybody. Nobody is the same. Just like here in Japan, it's not everybody that are the same, but we know that we kind of feel like I kind of feel like majority of them are really nice, but definitely we still get to see some bad eggs. Okay, so that's just the same with Nigeria. You get good ones, you also get some few bad ones. Okay, so yeah, so it was a shock for me when I went to go and buy tickets. I had just gotten back from work. Mind you, this was just the first few weeks of my stay here, and you know, when you're buying train tickets in the train station, the ATM machine, the both for buying the train pass, they are all in English, in Japan. But I then realized later that they have a language section where you can change to English. But as at then, I didn't even know that because it was purely in Japanese and I didn't understand. So I just went and because I didn't see anyone that could help me, and I was in a haste. So because the train always come at a particular time, and if you miss that train, then you have to wait for another train. So that is how it works. When that time reach, if that time reach, you have to be there because imagine you have an appointment, you would miss it. So I will come back to that, sharing my experience of me missing the bus. When I finish this, I think, yeah. So now, so I went, I bought the ticket, and then I was about going. Something told me in my spirit, my spirit was like, are you sure this is the right ticket? I mean, it doesn't look like the one I usually buy. So I saw someone passing by going to the train, trying to go and get the train. So I spoke with them. They're a group of friends. So I spoke with them, and he was willing to help me. I don't know if he was like a native, but I approached him and I noticed he could speak Japanese, so I approached him and he helped me interact with one of the representative, the train officer representative on the phone, and that was how they asked him to put back the ticket inside and they returned the money back. I'm like, huh? You returned the money? And when he returned it, and I asked him to help me buy the one I wanted, and that was how he was able to assist me to buy that. So that was a huge shocker for me. I'm like, what? I didn't know that. So yeah, it was really a huge shock for me. Like I haven't seen anybody giving back money back when but anyways, maybe I'm thinking too much about it. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this first one. So while I was talking about the first one, something came to my mind about me missing a bus because of my time. Now in Japan, or maybe in other Western words, or yeah, I realize that they always keep to time. Like if you're about to go to somewhere, like for me, for example, I got ready in the morning to go to school. I got to my first bus station where I'm supposed to take the bus to the next bus stop. But unfortunately, there was a little bit of delay and it was notified on the website that was the Google map that there is going to be a delay of I think 1 minute or so. So I had to wait for that bus to come. And when it finally came, it took me to my next stop. Now I forgot to check my time, or I don't know what happened, but immediately as I was just approaching the bus, that's when the bus had just closed the door and it was moving. I'm like, oh my god, that is the last bus for now this morning. I mean, the next bus would have to be like in an almost an hour's time, and that would mean me getting late to work. So imagine you having an interview for something of that nature. What would you have done? And it's not something that you say, okay, you're going to start trekking. By the time you even trek safe, you will get exhausted, tired. Like it was a lot. You cannot imagine how I was, how I felt in that moment. Like I'm like, oh no, this would never happen again. My time has to always be, I have to always go a bit earlier when I'm going to that particular school because of that incident. So yeah, I learned my lesson. So for adventure, you are in Japan, or you nearly come to Japan, you nearly arrived in Japan, and you're thinking of how to navigate your way to school and all of that. Please always check your time. Google Map is your best friend. I never knew how to make use of Google Map while I was in Nigeria. Yes, I made use of it like when I'm in the car moving to one destination to another, but like trying to locate, I don't know how to explain it, but trying to like, I don't know, like to use it personally for my own moving around, going here, no, I've never done that. So it was a huge shock for me trying to navigate my way using Google Map. So yeah, Google Map is your best friend. Okay, so the next one, which is number 3, I think, would be the use of toilet here in Japan. When I first arrived in Japan, I went to use the toilet, and when I entered, I'm like, what's going on here? It was so different in the sense that it looks beautiful, clean, and all of that, yeah. But another thing was that there were some buttons on the seat, and I didn't understand that because it was written in Japanese, although it has diagrams, okay. But when I finished using the toilet, I was thinking of what would be the next one, like what would be the place I'm going to like press in order to flush and all of that. and I went and pressed something, thinking that's where it's going to be like, okay, flush. That's how water just came out from the toilet. I'm like, whoa! It was hilarious. No, I mean it's hilarious right now, but as at that time I was so, I don't know which one to use. So apparently that those bottles were to use to like clean up yourself down there. And then there is a knot on the like the normal way water system used to come, like you just turn it on and the toilet flushes. But those buttons is to like clean up yourself down there. I don't know if you understand. And then the seats also get warm when you sit on it. Use of coin. Now, so here in Japan, I know in Nigeria we also make use of coin, but we had been using coin before, but presently we don't use coin. I don't even know if it is still in existence. I know it is anyway, but like we don't make use of it in dealing with buying and all of that. We make use of banknotes, like the note itself. But here in Japan, we make use of coin. It was really a shock for me because I'm like, so I'm going to be put. Where am I going to put this coin? Is it like when you put it in your pocket and you're walking, it is just dangling, bugum, bugum. Like you'll be hearing the sound on your pocket or in your purse or inside your bag. Like it's so funny. But so my number five, I guess, would be sorting of trash. I remember, I think I mentioned it in one of my video when I was trying to settle in, that I mentioned that one of the shocking thing I realized is that in Japan, you don't just trash dirt anyhow. You don't. You have to sort them. They also have like a date when they used to come pick the trash in the collection center. So it was a bit difficult trying to navigate looking, because even the manual explaining how to like sort your trash, it was written in Japanese, so I have to use like my cam translator to take a picture of it and translate to know how I'm going to like section it. Even up to now, I'm still trying to still navigate it. Like it's not easy. Imagine you cleaning, maybe like you went to buy food in a convenience store and you finish eating. You have to like clean it up to trash. You don't just trash it like that. I think it's because of the smell or something when it gets rotten. I think so. I don't know, but that's what, even in my place of work, when you drink milk, you have to go and clean the can and then open it up and drop. Like there's a way they used to put their things. They are well organized, prim and proper. Not like that. To like organize your trash and then make sure you take the trash out on those particular days so that it can be trashed. If you don't, and you don't arrange it well, they will return it back to your doorstep. I don't know how they used to get to know that, but that's how it is. Now, also, mind you, if you go out and maybe you buy something on your way, you're eating on the road or something, you don't trash it on the floor. It is not done. And they do not have public trash, which was weird for me. I mean, like in Nigeria, we have so many trash on the ways and all of that. But here, I'm like, I don't understand. I thought you're supposed to make things more convenient for people. Why are there no public trash in public places? So, what you do is you would always see someone with like a leather bag. Well, after eating, you put it inside and then you go trash it in your house and sort it. Oh my goodness, it's so funny right now, but it's weird. Like, I don't understand. Is convenience stores. There are a lot of convenience stores here in Japan, and they are always opened 24/7. Now, these convenience stores, I mean, like in Nigeria, I don't I don't think there's any store that will be open till 12 a.m. If you do, I don't know. I don't know. But you don't see that here. Like, people are even still busy up till that time. You still see people moving up and down. Even safe, that's to just tell you how safe the country is. The country is really safe. I'd like to share an experience with you. Something happened to me. My experience of me missing a bus. On that particular day, I lost my umbrella, and for me, I had already said, "Oh, no, the umbrella don't go. I would have to buy another one." And unfortunately for me, I do not even have money at this point. So I said, "Okay, let me just leave it. When I have money, I'll go and buy it." So I was just chatting with one of my friends, and I said, "Today I lost my umbrella." She now asked me where. I told her. She now said, "Just go to the bus station and tell them about it. They would give you the umbrella." I'm like, how now? How would they give you the umbrella? Maybe somebody have taken it now. Say, no, they don't steal things here. Maybe they do, but it's rare. You hardly see that. So I decided to just try and go and ask. And I went there and I was told, yes, they saw the umbrella and it is going to be returned back on Thursday, on the next day, which was Saturday. But I told him, "Oh, I wouldn't be able to make it that Saturday. Is it okay if I pick it up in few days time?" And he accepted. I'm like, wow, this is really a shock for me. Like, me getting back my umbrella. In Nigeria, I'm not even put my mind there. I go even get that back. It's just so, like, safe, organized. I mean, like, things are well put together in this country. Like, that's just to tell you how safe, how organized the system is here. Okay. Also, there is constant light. I know some people will be like, constant light. Is it like is that on the culture shock? For me, it is a culture shock because I had an experience. I mean, in Nigeria, you know how it is now. Like, NEPA, they always carry light. So when I came here, I was like, okay, there's light. So I slept off. I think it was the next day I was going to go to work or something. I can't even remember exactly. But I sure had somewhere to go to. So I had put in mind that I was going to iron my clothes. I don't know what happened, just like that. I just jumped out of my bed and I was like, "Oh, let me iron my clothes. Let me iron my clothes before NEPA go carry lights." That was when I realized that, oh my god, no, I'm not in Nigeria. Oh, that was when I realized that I'm not in Nigeria. I'm in another different country entirely, and they don't take light here. Like, it was a shock for me. Like, oh my god. Honestly, I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but yeah, that was my experience. And when I realized that I haven't been bothered anymore, like, I hope there's there's this mind. I don't. It has already been. It's there already. Like, subconsciously. Yeah. So that's that. And then coming down to food. So my first experience with food portioning. During my training in Nagoya, I and my group of friends that were training together, went out to get food to eat. You will not believe what happened. We ordered for large portion of the food that we had selected. When they brought the food, I looked at the food. and I looked at the amount. I looked at it again and I looked at the amount. I asked my friend, one of them who has stayed here longer. I was like, wait, this food, is it the last portion? Abi, they have another one they will bring later. I, I don't understand. And that was why he said, this is the whole food now. This is the last portion. Coming from Nigeria, when we say you go see fufu like this, rice, the way the portion of food go there, you said go know say okay, this food when you chop and you go sweat well. But here, no. In a small bowl, I'm going to show you a picture. Even the school lunch that I usually have, after eating, after few minutes, I'll still be hungry because like it's not enough. it's not it is not enough coming from where I'm coming from. And here, like the positioning, it's totally different. But their food are always balanced. Like you never get to see just one portion of food. No, you always see like vegetable, milk, something like just to make it balanced. That's how they deal here. And because they're already used to it and the portioning, I have nothing I can do about that. So what I do is after eating, if I have snack, I can snack on that. If I don't, then I have to wait till after the close of day. When I get home, I eat my proper food. So yeah, the fact that the country is very peaceful, calm. Coming from Nigeria where everywhere is bubbly, music here. No, you don't make noise here. Oh. Everywhere is quiet. No noise. No noise making. Then another is drinking of alcohol. I mean, like you coming back from work sometimes, mostly when I was in Nagoya, coming back from my training, you will see a lot of people on the in still wearing their suits, eh? You see them drunk, drink, lie down flat for ground, they sleep. They feel safe, like nothing is going to happen. But if it is in Nigeria, you know what's going to happen now. You self know. Here in Japan, they don't tip. You don't for rendering a service to you. No, you don't do that here in Japan. Then the greetings. Here, you always bend and greet. Ohayo gozaimasu. Arigato. Like you always bend, and you see some people who bend very well. Okay, so it was a huge shock for me where me from Nigeria we dey bend down to greet. We greet by bending, like squatting, or I don't know how to call it. Yeah, squatting to greet. So there was one experience, I don't know if I'm going to call it mixed culture. So I was about to greet somebody in Japanese and greet somebody in Japanese. I don't know what happened. I realized that I was greeting, bending, and squatting at the same time. I couldn't see waiting the apple. When I realized, I was like, what's happening? Like bend and squat at the same time. It was so hilarious. Like, oh my god. Weird things that we foreigners do. Like, please let me know any of your culture shocks that you have experienced, maybe in other countries. It doesn't have to be Japan. Let me know. Another point is that there are closing hours for ATMs. So you don't just go at your leisure time and go and withdraw money in the night. Even that night, like there's a time they used to close. I can't remember the time again now, but there is a particular time they used to close the ATM. And then if you go in the evening, there is an amount of charges they are going to charge you. If you go in the morning, there is an amount they will charge you, like charging fee. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's what they call it. Yeah. So they have different time allocated. So majority of the time you always see people queued on the ATM in a particular hour. And then you also see another section in the evening. They are not so much like that. And that's because they are looking at the bank charges. Okay. And also, when you're trying to open a bank here in Japan as a foreigner, they don't give you like a debit or credit card. What they give you is cash card. I'll insert it here. The cash card is for you to just withdraw cash. You cannot make a payment online or do a transaction online. No, you only use it to withdraw money. And that's because I was informed that for you to get the debit or credit card, to be in Japan in about like 6 months for you to be eligible for you to get that card, and it has a lot of processes and all of that. So be aware of that. Okay. Then coming to the roads are very narrow here in Japan. Coming from Nigeria, Nigeria has wider roads, but here in Japan they are very narrow. Like I had an accident just because of the fact that the roads are narrow and me trying to like navigate using that road. So I think I'm going to share my experience of that accident and what led and how I was able to overcome that particular challenge. I hope you look out for that particular video. And if you have any questions that you would like to ask or clarification, please let me know in the comment section and I'll be willing to share, because here on my channel I share from my experience so other people can learn from me, and also we get to interact. I get to learn from you, you get to learn from me. It's two-way things. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video like I did filming it,